Hey everyone, this is Trucker Wayne on Facebook, Wayne Craig on LinkedIn, coming to you from with Driver Solutions and Derek McLean and C1 Driving School. Back to the basics, part 2. Should you ever turn down a load? Now, I did the company side of it. Now I'm going to do owner-op lease purchase and then the straight up owner-op. The owner-op lease purchase, a lot of people I've heard believe that's like slave labor. As you know, you followed me for 2 years when I did it. I didn't find it as slave labor. One of the interesting things being an owner-op lease purchase was how many times I took a load because I needed to pay my lease, right? And should you turn down loads? Are they too heavy? There's all kinds of issues with the owner-op lease purchase that you might turn down that load. The one thing, in my opinion, you have to be careful in the owner-op lease purchase turning down too many loads is that you can't pay your lease payment. Next thing you know, you're in trouble. But you do have way more flexibility, obviously, as an owner-op lease purchase. But if you're on a dedicated lane, you really wouldn't have that ability at all. So let's just go by that, because basically owner-op lease purchase, you're going to run because you got to pay the lease. The straight up owner-op, really interesting. I've never been a straight up owner-op, but I've been in the business 8 years. Ton of friends that do it. I could talk about, let's say, Landstar. You own your truck and you go to Landstar. This is so interesting. This is where really, if you're a true owner-op, and why people love doing a true owner-op, which I may do at some point. I won't do the lease purchase again, but owner-op is always interesting. Let's say you go to Landstar. You actually pick your loads. So you're not turning down loads. You actually have a load board, and I believe JB Hunt does the same thing. And you look at these loads and you pick them. So it's not anything. If you're a true owner-op, you have your truck, right? And you may have a note on it. Maybe you own it outright, right? But you're looking at this board going, this one, I want this one. And you got to figure out fuel and all this other stuff. Is that load going to pay the best for you to get from point A to point B? So much different from being that company driver first year or two, and can you turn down a load, to being a true owner-op. That's where when I run into true owner-ops, and you talk to true owner-ops, how much they absolutely love doing it, because they're total freedom. They can take 2 weeks off if they want. They're their own boss. They own the truck. And then, like I said, then you can pick and choose where you want to go. Let's say you're tired of wintertime. You can start picking loads, if they're available, with Landstar or JB Hunt to run down south for the wintertime. I've heard a lot of people that do that as well. And then I've heard, too, a lot of people get better at figuring out these things and may do it for a year. And, they're just picking the wrong loads or the wrong lanes, and they figure it out and just have a great time picking them instead of the complete opposite of turning down a load if you're a company driver. So hopefully this is a little bit more informational, but the people that are owner-ops could tell you 1,000 times more than what I'm telling you here. But I did want to break up the parts of a company driver turning down a load and an owner-op lease purchase, which I've done. I did, by the way, as an owner-op lease purchase, I did turn down loads just because sometimes, let's say, for example, I had just before I had left and went back flatbedding, I had a load down in Laredo that ran through 2 middle of the nights, and I haven't ran through the middle of the night in forever. And after 8 years, I don't really want to run through the middle of the night, and I said that. And then you get the pushback. People calling you up, why can't you take it? Well, I'm not going to run 2 middle of the nights, and I haven't done it in years. I don't want to do it. And they're still giving you pushback as an owner-op lease purchase. If you're a true owner-op, no, no, I don't want it. And then what they say, nothing. They can't really say anything. So it is different. And hopefully this helps a little bit. Now you got to go back to my company driver. Can you turn down a load? If you're watching this and you're a company driver or coming into the business, this is Trucker Wayne on Facebook, Wayne Craig on LinkedIn, with Driver Solutions, Derek McLean, C1 Truck Driving School. All right, back to the basics. Peace.